Hey everybody, Rodamon here for another episode of my Europa survival challenge. So on last episode, we obviously got a little messy here. I'm just going to play it on slow while I kind of address what's going on. We were hoping to find some possible survivors or refugees or whatever for a partner, because I think I have enough food and certainly enough steel to make some more food tables. And raid after raid, we found no one suited or fitting for the job. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. I'm going to keep trying. So to address some of the comments you guys have, the Elise Cam and let's see, the Elise Cam and a few others asked why I have 3 distinct rooms with no vents between them. You are damn right. I really shouldn't have a setup like that, and I will. I'll work to remedy that this episode. Yes. So you can look forward to that remedy. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna remedy it. I mean, obviously, I need to connect all these rooms somehow and make it so the base is still traversable, which is honestly easier said than done. But that's for me to figure out, not you. That's not on you. And I obviously have a whole lot of cleanup to do. There is just an enormous amount of stuff everywhere. I think what I'm going to do is give this a temp stockpile setting, put that on low. I think I'm going to put this on normal, and then I need to make sure that all my other stockpiles, oh come on, are slightly above normal. So preferred, and then this would be important, so on and so. Oh, it already is important. All right, important, yeah. Preferred. All right, I think I'm all set. Preferred, yeah. All right, so this should be decent. That seems like a dreadfully inefficient way to cook. No, I don't want you to consume it. I want you to haul it. Oh, you know what? This has got to be higher priority. Yeah, preferred important, let's say. So we no longer need power. Alright, so we're going to see a lot of dead bodies here. To my knowledge, none of them... Oh man, I should have done that. Oh, right. Right at the end, we buried the one person that I needed to bury. And the reason for it is there's a whole mess of bodies here. And if I hadn't done that, I'd have to like figure out which body was the person we'd want to, you know. Okay, so all these bodies, all these corpses here are enemies. I made sure of that. Now I remember. So we'll get them squared away. Or by squared away, I mean buried. So I'm thinking, let me slow time down a little bit. You know, if I went like that, and connected them here and put vents and then doors on either side. Yeah, I could do that. It's a little expensive and a little slow. Ooh. Wait, why is... Oh, never mind, I'm misreading. False alarm. So I think what I'm going to do here is all these bolt-action rifles, I'll just... Except for this good one. I want that good one. I want to keep that good one, actually. Because sometimes I want something slightly longer range than a charge rifle. As a charge rifle is shorter range than a Mechanoid. Most of the mechs I'm going to fight... Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Alright, let's get burying the rest of these corpses. Well, we already have the -3 mood modifier. Alright, so some of your other comments. Jordan Walker said, when a wanderer joins, take off their good stuff, give them deadman stuff that's warm, and banish them so they walk off the map. Yeah, I could do that. Because I guess there's a difference between banished and banished left to die. So next time I have a wanderer joined, I'll do just as you described, Jordan. So thanks for that tip. Lucas said, wouldn't it be more effective to have a temporary dumping stockpile at the top of my kill box here, I suspect you mean. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hang on. Alright, I have to change the settings because I'm burying... Why aren't you stripped anyway? I figured I'll just strip all of them, but... Alright, let's change the settings here. Storage. Clear all. Copy settings. Base settings, because these are for non-hostiles. And I don't want to get it mixed up. I'm glad I caught that. Alright, so back to what you were saying. Temporary stockpile for the slag, because keeping this smelter on for so long as I haul the slag in. Yeah, you're right. I should have a temporary dumping stockpile, and I could do that here. So just name this slag, and I'll just allow slag chunks. Oh, okay. Accidentally hit world, and apparently I hadn't rendered the world, so I apologize. Give me 1 second. There we go. Come on. Generating planet. Shouldn't take that long. There we go. Some of the other comments. Deef0000 Dragon 1 said, I'm a little too quiet. Yeah, sometimes my mic levels are lower than other times. I can, oops, I just muted myself. Yeah, I'll try to raise the volume here. Yeah, I'm pretty much at 100% volume. So I apologize for that. I can fiddle with that more when I'm doing temporary recordings so that you hear me a bit better. What are some other comments you guys sent me? Yeah, so Zucheng Zhan, or I just probably butchered your name, mentioned that I'm definitely in a good position to take on another colonist, and you're right, I am, and I'm eager to do so. I think that's pretty much all the comments I got. Oh, one's held for review. Alright, comment approved. I don't know why it was held for review. But it had little to do with this episode. Alright, sleeping in the cold. Might even get some hypothermia here with this solar flare. So a lot of this clothing here is going to be worth just about nothing. Like this here is worth 20 cents. I can sell it for, you know, 7/10 of that cost, which is like 17 cents, or I mean, it's so not worth anything. All right, wake up might be useful. In case I have a raid coming and I'm sleepy or something. So here, this bolt action rifle I'm going to forbid so we don't melt it down. The other ones I can just smelt. I don't much care for them. Let's haul meat where it belongs. Perfect. Now we're just hauling everything away. We have, I think, one more spot left here. And then we'll be filling up this temp stockpile. And I can always, I don't really have power. Well, I can always put my orbital trade beacon here, and that way, this stuff. And I'll be able to free up some of this room because I'm going to be smelting down weapons and whatnot. And some of this clothing is not dead man stuff, so it's possible like this synthread jacket might even be worth keeping. But a lot of this stuff is probably not worth keeping. Oh, and we need a larger temp storage just because we got a lot of stuff here. Base is filling up. So some people were discussing doing a tribal ice sheet playthrough, because that's obviously the next level of challenge here. But basically, the only difference between this and tribal ice sheet would be, well, it would basically be tribal ice sheet would be trying to research electricity ASAP to heat, and then other than that, it would be no different, or not that much different. So I'm not sure if that's really a route I'm ever going to go. It's just not unique enough from this challenge. Alright, so Cross is sleeping. I'm going to smelt a lot of these weapons. I did most of the cleanup here. I really needed to sort of whittle down my stockpiles here. Free up some room for the vents. Because obviously it's smart to interconnect everything. Alright, where are we going? We are... No. Let's go ahead and smelt a weapon. So this is worth market value. I get what, 30% per weapon? So 155 times 0.3, 46 silver. I'm gonna smelt it because it's giving me 15 steel. Steel you purchase for about 3-ish silver a piece. Which is pretty much its worth market value. Same with this guy, yeah. So 3 times 15 is 45. So if I sold the bolt action rifle and bought steel, I'd be able to get about the same amount of steel. How do you like that rough math? This one would sell for a little bit more. I could maybe get like 2 more steel if I sold it, but I'm not going to wait around and keep it for that reason. I'm just going to go ahead and smelt it down. The only reason I'm keeping this bolt action good is A, it's worth way more in its value of silver to buy steel than most of the other weapons I have. And B, I might want to use it. Alright, so where are we doing now? Slag. Alright, forget the slag. We'll haul the slag. I want to turn off this bench to recover our batteries a bit. Alright, so if I was to redesign this deer building, let me slow time down. So maybe something like that. Yeah. And then I could put a vent here and doors there. Something along those lines. Well, but how do I gain access to this more easily? I think I know how I want to do it. Oh, great. it means probably getting more wood than I currently have. I would need to be visited by exotic or probably exotic goods. Alright, let's heat up our lab. Come on. Make research a slightly higher priority. Alright. Now we're doing the research we needed. In a very cold and awful bedroom. Oh, and we have some mechanoids. They're arriving, so they're not potting. Thank God for that. And once they get a little bit closer, I'll give them... Oh, they're attacking the plasteel turret. Every now and then they get like sidetracked and they decide not to attack the turret. And that's when I get mad. So, without a further ado, I'm going to prep. Come on, all the way to the turret. Don't hit my walls. Yep. Okay. Alright. Wow, I just broke its head. Just boom. Head broken. Let's go ahead and haul that. Forbid it. Ooh, we got some rice. Cleaning up some blood. Let's get these, ooh, bulk goods trader. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Alright, the scyther can wait. Alright, I have so much crappy clothing to sell, which is awesome. Snow hair leather, goodbye. Ambrosia, joints. I'm going to keep the wake up. Might serve a purpose. Alright, I'm going to buy stuff later. I just need to clear out clothing. Alright, so I want to keep some synthred stuff that's not too tattered. Alright, I'll keep those parkas. They're nice and warm. Keep a good toque. I said I needed wood, so let's buy 200 of it. Reinstall this trade beacon. Go ahead with another sale. More of this crummy clothing. I don't really know if there's anything in this stack. The pants are 74%, the jacket's 79%. Maybe I should have kept the pants, but definitely keep the toque, the really warm toque. I wanted some really well-insulating stuff, but I'm not seeing any of that. What I think I'm going to do here is buy, because slate's cheaper than granite, buy as much slate as I can. Let's destroy this stockpile. Haul this silver in. Reinstall this. I know, you're getting sleepy. But bulk goods don't come by that often. We gotta take advantage when they're here. Alright, I kind of want to buy components. 13? That's pretty good. Maybe I'll sell my wick up. I don't get too much for it, though. Alright, let's see. Yeah. That about breaks me even. Jacket, toque. I'm gonna sell that toque. It's not as warm as its Mega Sloth counterpart. And before we head to sleep, let's haul the wood where the wood needs to go, so it doesn't just decay out here. Same with the components. I should have a dedicated spot for components, to be honest, but I don't yet. Alright, 2 in the morning. Let's go to sleep. Yeah, I don't play on the Arctic very often, so I often forget that even though it's light out, which it is pretty light out, as you can see, it is super early in the morning. Something that's pretty easy to forget. Okay, so here was my thought. My thought was, an eclipse, big deal. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the trigger. It's going to look a little messy until it's done. Yeah. Something like that. Cold and dark bedroom. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We'll remedy that soon. So instead of a vent, I'm just going to keep this wooden door open all the time. It's going to be a little different. And then it's going to chop up a lot of the area and make it harder to move about the base quickly. But, small price to pay, I think. I need a little bit more cooking. And now I have enough wood to make those stools, possibly a better bed. I don't know why I'm placing my fine meals into a wall. Alright, that's probably enough for now. Really? That's where you haul it? Come on now. But I think you see how this is turning out. So what I'm going to do here is delete this zone and this zone. It's a weird place to eat. Oh, come on. Now you're just disappointing me, Cross. Trying to go to sleep on the ground. guess I can leave that in. It's quite a mishmash of materials here. Maybe eventually I try to make it all slate. Ooh, cargo pods. Nice. With some more blocks. Which might allow me to floor up some more stuff. However, it seems to me that flooring up my bedroom causes it to just get dirty. Like physically dirty. Which is kind of annoying. Obviously not what I intended. So now, the doors will differentiate rooms. As you can see, there's one room, there's another room. However, heat will easily transfer between the rooms without the need of a vent. That was the idea there. And although with a little bit of difficulty, I'll be able to move between the rooms, although the grow tables are in the way. If I could move the grow tables to the right side, that'd be ideal. But that way I can move about this area more easily. Maybe when I have a little bit more materials. But I'm not quite there yet. I don't have that kind of disposable income. Alright, let's go ahead and shut that down. So this stockpile area obviously is super small now. I need to think about a permanent sort of stockpile. Oh yeah, hold that open. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall a heater in each little room. There's 1, 2, and we now have central heating. And we can move about our base with relative ease. I guess I do have enough steel to move tables. Maybe I will. It's kind of an expensive endeavor, but to be honest. But it might be worth it. But let's see. Going off of some of your suggestions, I'm going to slightly change up my cooking situation. Alright. So the idea here is, let's put meals here. Let's, this here, copy settings, paste settings. This should speed cooking up considerably. Escape pod. Maybe you're good. James. Steadfast, cyclically dull. Pretty good researcher. Not a very good shooter. The thing is, I'm kind of looking for a female. So it's not to say I'm not going to rescue James and try to salvage his clothing. But I think I want a female pawn. Alright, so this time I'll actually check. Are you bleeding to death? Alright, 8 hours. You're not bleeding to death quite that fast. I'll be able to haul you in a bit. Also want to haul in these limestone blocks. But I'm not sure if I'm not going to use them for flooring. Oops, I hauled you too far. That's my bad. Not paying enough attention. Let's haul your body and storage human-like. Go ahead and bury you. And this clothing, although I let it become dead man, should be worth something. I'm going to delete this zone and just extend this out. I don't really need to keep the corn separate. That doesn't serve much of a purpose. Definitely running out of stockpile. Let's go ahead and break down this mech. Alright. Looking pretty good. Still more stuff to haul in. We're away. Does this keep getting dirty? So I've got 150 wood left, and I think what I'm going to do here is attempt a better bed. I think it's worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it in my lab because we have lighting in there. I think building in a well-lit area gives you better stuff. Alright, come on, Cross. And then, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I sold my wake up, didn't I? Normal bed. Alright, let's deconstruct that. I suppose I should just queue up a double bed. Come on, make it good, make it good. Superior. Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted. And the reason for a double bed is I'm probably looking for a female pawn. Just from the convenience of being in a relationship, having one bedroom. You know, and the happiness that ensues. So, this bedroom is slightly nicer now. Oh, I have 1 silver. Nice. Alright, let's see how fast we can cook now. Yeah, we don't have to move, we just crank them out. It's pretty nice. It's a very, very good tip I was given. Snowy Tiger 48 just told me that I am their favorite YouTuber right now, and I make them want to play. Yeah, don't always watch them right as they come out, but they get to it eventually. I suppose probably a lot of you are in the same boat. Not that I'm your favorite YouTuber, but you eventually get around to watching my videos. Surely I don't care about the urgency. But I do enjoy that I can provide some enjoyment to all of you. Makes my day a little bit better, for sure. So we're mid-winter now, or mid-fall, mid-September. So it's definitely going to start to get colder, and I'm going to have to think about trading up. Probably already, I'm going to have to think about trading up to my parka rather than this jacket. This jacket's not going to keep me warm enough. Ooh, I kind of have a pretty nasty break risk right now, too. Manoel. Well, you're a psychopath, so I will leave you alone. Let's go ahead and trade up to the parka. I don't think I was going to be able to get to them before they froze. They're not really wearing a whole lot of warm stuff. Yep. Yeah, I wasn't going to make it. Or maybe just barely. Expired. Man, this stupid room keeps getting dirty. Because, you know, now I'm sleeping in an ugly environment. A hot environment, too. I need to pop off this toque, apparently. Let's get rid of that. And forbid the other toque, because we just put another one on. Alright, so this keeps us warm to negative 170, just about. So we'll be fine hauling the slag in. I'm really tempted to move my grow tables, but it's just going to be expensive to do so. Because they are 100 apiece. I might not get a component back for it. Oh, but it's really, really tempting. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'll just make new ones first. So certainly there's a lot of slag on the map that I can utilize. And I'm going to grow some heal root here. I have a grow of 8, right? I have a grow of 9, perfect. Just so I have a little bit more meds on hand. A bunch of you had mentioned that, you know, maybe I need some more meds. So I'll grow 2 things of heal root. And then switch back over to rice. Well, how about you finish the job? Alright, so this here will be meals, but I'm only going to really allow fine meals. Because it's kind of messing up my meal stockpile. I might need another heater, so I should save up materials for it, because now that I have a much larger area to heat, it is quite possible another heater might be in the mix. Go ahead and crank out a few more meals, and now they should stockpile properly. Oh, they do, but stop that. Did we get our component back? I can't even tell. I don't think so. So now we'll be able to walk between all the rooms much more easily. There won't be basins hindering our movement. And I have enough for one of these 2 tables, and I can smelt a little bit for the other one. Yeah, this is much faster. So let's queue up some rice. And I'm actually going to keep this off until I have both tables. So for that last table, I need 3 chunks of slag smelted, and then I think I'm good to go. I also could store my blocks outside. I don't really have need of indoor storage for them, so I think I'm going to do that. I'll store them here. Rename it blocks. Clear all the priorities. Manufactured. They're not manufactured. What is it? Raw stone blocks. And that way, when I haul the limestone ones in, eventually. Oh, and then give this a nice preferred. What is this preferred to? No, this is normal. I should be able to haul that. I don't know why I'm not. Let's go ahead and smelt this stuff. I'll just say important. And that frees up a little bit more space. I can expand this up this way. I have little pockets of area here as well. But all in all, I kind of like this base. It suits me. Alright, so it's getting a little bit too cold in here for the growth rate as we were heading into winter. As I kind of feared, I thought I would need another heater. So that will be actually the first thing on my agenda. Top of the agenda. Some more heaters. Which probably means that I will have to think about more power as well. Alright, so this is warm enough now. I don't know in the middle of the winter if it will remain warm enough. I might think about another heater or two. It's a lot of heaters. But the fact that I have most of my heat in the center here will be helpful. Let's go ahead and smelt. Yep, I called it smelt. And you can't stop me. Alright, so for another table I need to smelt 5 more chunks of slag outside of what I'm currently smelting here. Which is a bit. And then I really, because of all the heaters and the extra tables I'm adding, I run the risk of not generating enough power as well. Something I'll need to keep an eye on. Because obviously I'm out of space for wind turbines. I could try solar, but I'm not too keen on solar. What I could do is toss some wind turbines here. This is a pretty snug spot for one. Of course, it wouldn't work symmetrically over there because of the water. Boo, water. Or just double it up like this and just extend outwards and wall them off individually, which might be the safe play. Although I could destroy all these steel wall and recoup a lot of materials. I don't know. I'm not there yet. I haven't brainchild that yet. I've got to say that heel root grows pretty quickly. I didn't realize it was also a 230% growth. Well, that's pretty good. Guess I should queue up the hauling of this slag. The blocks would also be pretty helpful when I finally decide to move them. I don't really have need of the blocks quite yet, but I'm sure I will. Alright, we've got an escape pod of Burke. He, teenage male, abrasive, and not really wearing anything. So, a dead body. And there's a few dead bodies out here I should probably tend to. after I get my slag. Gotta get my slag, man. Yeah, I'm still looking for a partner, as was the title of last episode, looking for a partner. So creative was I. Alright, instead of burying the human corpse, let's haul it first, so that we bury the corpse in the right grave. The non-hostile's grave. Yeah, my power is definitely dwindling. I don't know if it's whether I have more of a boom bust, which means I need more batteries, or if I'm just simply not generating enough power, which I think is probably the issue. My power generation is probably low, and I probably need to ramp that up a bit. Yeah, because all these heaters are expensive. Oh, can you, yeah, bury here. And I guess strip, because why not? I don't think I'm going to get very much for this clothing. Let's see. 16 bucks? I mean, hey. Not nothing. But this one's 77 cents. Definitely not going to get much off that. Not being stuck with that ugly environment. Oh, chunk of spacecraft. Alright. I'll take the extra components. So speaking of which, I think what I'm going to do is stockpile the components. Separately. Maybe components. Maybe make it plural. Alright, is there anything else I could stockpile separately? I guess I can also stockpile my silver. Not that I have too much of it now, but eventually I will, I hope. What is silver? Raw resource? Yeah, I guess it is. It's weird to think about, because it's also a building material, but it's currency. I don't know, it's a little weird. Falls into a gray zone. And whereas gold is like a trading object and not currency. Really, is that the fastest way through? If you're wondering why I don't have auto doors here, it's because of the, it's honestly because of the, component cost. Because I have no faith that I won't have an unnecessary amount of breakdowns. I'm pretty sure if I had auto doors in these spots, certainly my moving around my base would be a lot faster, but I'd have like breakdowns a dozen. Maybe when I have a component bench and I can make peace talks. Yeah, screw you. I'd show up and you'd shoot me. I'm not an idiot. Maybe when I have a components bench, I can put some auto doors in. That would really speed up moving around the base. But I'm not quite there yet. Alright, so we have 82. Smelting these two, I have enough for another hydroponics bench. More cargo pods. Of steel? Holy moly. This storyteller is just making it too easy. Like, honestly, I feel as if it is too easy. So what I might try to do, I had a few people say, try solar, try solar, try solar. I'm going to build a solar panel. And I don't think the solar panel is going to be all that useful in the winter. But at least it will have a minimum amount of power it will generate. So instead of hauling like 5, let's haul all of it. And that's a lot more slag. So that's 70 plus, let's call it 210. So that's 280 steel that cargo pod just delivered me. Of course, I have to put some work in for all 280 of it, but one thing I would love to see added to this is like a wheelbarrow. I mean, I guess in most playthroughs you don't really need a wheelbarrow. It's not that hard to haul because you have more hands and many people doing it, so on and so forth. But for me, let's call this friendly corpses. For me, obviously, it would be kind of important. All right, so we're constructing this. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, it's generating a pretty decent power output right now. I mean, obviously less than wind turbines. Like, about a quarter, a little third to a quarter. But it's going to be consistent because we're on the poles and light levels don't really change. So I'm actually okay with the solar panels. Yeah, I forget who told me that they were decent. I think in the dead of winter, they're going to generate maybe not 800, but probably like 200 or whatever. But that's at least one solar, that's one heater or something. That's still not nothing. Still somewhat reliable. But all this, I'm generating a lot of power right now. I do think I need a backup battery and expanded batteries. Some more battery storage. But with all this newfound steel, it's like, what do I want to do first, honestly? Slept in the cold. Did I really? What is quote-unquote the cold? I mean, it's 58, 55 in here. Like, that's comfortable for me to sleep in. So I don't know what you're complaining with your, like, super warm parka. Yep. Alright, I guess it's quote-unquote too cold. Another escape pod. Oh, and you are already on your feet. Beautiful, too smart, can't do violence. Will you make... You'll actually make it out, so props to you. No, you won't. You got downed because of pain. Oh, that sucks. That's just stupid. You were like 10 cells from exit. Alright, well, you have no gear. Robles, the altruist. Yeah, I don't know how altruistic you can be in an environment like this, to be fair and honest. Alright, our heal root is ready to harvest. And then I can start to rice it up again. I guess I can stockpile this. Here, let's do preferred of medicine, herbal. Do the same here. Preferred of meds. Hold on. Alright, so this will be Glitter World meds. And then this could just be meds. Alright, let's go ahead and not plant heal root, but plant rice. Alright, so I do have a decent amount of meds now. A bunch of you were saying, oh, you need more meds, and you weren't wrong. But now I have a variety of meds, depending on the severity of the injury or sickness. Instead of burying human corpse, let's haul. So we bury her in the right grave. There we go. Of course, I still have a considerable amount of steel hanging out here that I'll have to scoop up soon. And I think because I'm really headed into winter, I need another heater. So I'm going to stagger these. 76. Some of them are already staggered. So let's call this 80. 76. 72. 68. 64. 60. It doesn't really matter. They all have to turn on at full blast. Get some cooking on. It's kind of a lonely little life, but it's a decent little life that Crosshair has. Being all alone though. So comfort. If I wanted to use pretty much the remainder of my wood, I could kick that comfort up. That's 50 and 30, yeah, so it would be 80 of my 99 wood. Come on, someone decent. Matoko. A patient? Usually when you're a patient, you're crazy. So let's see. Psychiatric patient. You're cyclically deaf. You're incapable of violence, caring, and social. Alright, let's see if I can't... Oh, you're pretty far. I don't even think I can get to you before you freeze to death. Even if I wanted to. Maybe. You're bleeding out pretty quick, though, too. Let's see. Race the clock. Can I strip you? Nope, nope. Can't even strip you first. So yeah, so as you can see, if I'm gonna add a new pond on my base, it is easier said than done. It's basically impossible in the winter, unless they land real close to me. And then, even then, it's not a surefire thing. Alright, we are... just about out of storage. Unfortunately, this became Dead Man's Gear. Not that I could help it. I tried. You all saw. I tried. I'm kind of bored looking at all these disallowed armor vests, so I'm gonna unforbid them, and then same with the toques. I'm just gonna disallow a toque, or disallow headgear altogether, and I can just force wear it when I need to. Smelt weapon, I have to be careful about because I'm gonna want to smelt that bolt action. And obviously I don't want to, but when I turn that on, you'll want to try to smelt the bolt action. I suppose I should start, well, it's too late now to start up a row of price and catch up to the other one. And then of course I have this giant chunk of silver. I do have some, what was it, sandstone? Yeah, some sandstone. I got steel to haul in. I got limestone blocks to haul in. I really need another pond. That's what I need. Oh, and I need a rest. Almost out of time. No, negative 182. It's getting pretty cold. Maybe if I, are these heaters slowing me down? I don't even know. But I can obviously move them. So let's do that. I don't know if I was tripping over them. I didn't think heaters hindered movement speed. But I'm wrong more often than I'd like to admit, so I went ahead and fixed that. Alright, before we get this slag, let's just get the raw steel. That stuff's a little bit more important. No processing necessary. So yeah, we're I think in the dead of winter, this power output might be 500, but that's still pretty good. It's worth making some solar panels. Because I'm kind of out of room for wind anyway, so solar panels might be the way I diversify my my power grid. Let's call it. All right, so there's one more hauling of steel left here. Oof. Speaking of power, it's dwindling. Self-discharging. Yeah, it is getting way too cold. The heat doesn't really travel effectively enough through these doors for me to put all the heaters in a separate room. So I'm gonna undo that. Maybe I'll keep 2 in the bedroom and 1 in the lab. I'd rather sleep in warmth than researching cold. I'm not researching down there that often. And crank out another heater. Boy, do I ever need a lot of heaters. So this one should be at 84. Pretty much they're all at full blast, even the 60-degree one. I don't really think staggering them is going to matter, so I'm going to unstagger. Pretty much they all, at least in the winter, they all have to be on. And because some of the heaters are in different rooms. Come on, grab the steel. Bulk goods. Okay, I don't know what I have to trade to a bulk goods trade. I guess some of this tattered clothing, right? That I get almost nothing for. Nope, keep. Ooh. Old toque. Man, my toque is wearing out. Do you have warm stuff? Alpaca hide. What is that? No, that's not warm. Bummer. 25 steel. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna sell my prepackaged meal too. I can make food. It feels weird being on the ice sheet and selling food, but that just gets in the way. Alright, haul the last of the steel, and then I'm actually well over my time limit here, so I'm going to call this quits. So based upon your suggestions, I kind of redesigned the base. It's neater and nicer and more efficient. So I thank you all for that. I appreciate your feedback, and keep letting me have that feedback, because obviously what I did with the solar panels and what I did with the venting and all that really benefited me, and I appreciate it. So I'll catch you all later, and if you have any comments, questions, feedback, concerns, suggestions, etc., please hit me up. And I will catch you all later. Adios, friends.